Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are a fan of ghost stories or paranormal, strange occurrences, all told in either soft-spoken or whispered versions, then you've come to the right place. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. And just a little warning for you, I have my two dogs in here, so hopefully they'll stay quiet. I can't promise anything though. So today's story is about celebrities that have had their own paranormal experiences. Number 1. Kate Hudson and Goldie Hawn felt a fifth energy. If you're going to encounter something wild, might as well do it with your mama. During an appearance on the Alan Carr show, Kate Hudson revealed that she and her mom, Goldie Hawn, saw something peculiar. It is not really seeing a ghost. It is feeling a spirit, a fifth energy, explained Hudson. I believe in energy. I believe our brains can manifest into visual things. When you see something, you are supposed to tell the energy what year it is and that they don't belong there. Then your brain is freaking out on you and you may have to remind it. Number 2. Emma Stone receives quarters from her deceased grandpa. Emma Stone often feels the presence of her late grandfather, particularly when he leaves around quarters. There's a long family history with quarters, said Stone in an interview with David Letterman. My grandfather leaves quarters, and it's just amazing. It's him. It's absolutely him. It's such a long story that you'd have to go to commercial 5 times and roll to a clip and then come back and I'll still be telling the story. But it's him, you guys. It's him. Number 3. Kendrick Lamar saw Tupac in a vision. Hip-hop icon Kendrick Lamar explained that while he was sleeping, Tupac Shakur's ghost visited him. In an interview with GQ, Lamar detailed the account. I remember being tired, tripping from the studio, lying down and falling into a deep sleep, seeing a vision of Pac talking to me, stated Lamar. Weirdest shit ever. I'm not huge on superstition and all that shit. That's what made it so crazy. It can make you go nuts. Hearing somebody that you looked up to for years saying, don't let the music die. Hearing it clear as day, like he's right there, just a silhouette. Number 4. Adele and the Haunted Mansion. In 2012, Adele moved into a gorgeous new home, but she soon began hearing strange noises that gave her the creeps. The 25-acre West Sussex property used to be a convent and even had its own chapel. Despite upping her security team, Adele was utterly distressed by her latest lavish purchase. Adele was so excited to be renting such a lavish property, but it has not turned out as happily as it should have, a source disclosed to The Sun. She is convinced it is haunted. She knows about its religious history, and it's a big place to be in on your own in the dead of night. They didn't really add more to that, really. Okay, moving on. Number 5. Keanu Reeves saw a flying jacket. When he was about 6 or 7, Keanu Reeves saw something that he's never been able to shake out of his memory. While playing in his family's New York City apartment, Reeves looked upon a strange sight. All of a sudden, we are looking at the doorway, and this jacket comes waving through the doorway. Reeves recounted during an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Just an empty jacket. There's no head. There's no body. There's no legs. It's just there. And then it disappears. And I was a little kid, so I was like, okay, well, that was interesting. Number 6. Jessica Alba was haunted by her bed cover. At the tender age of 17, Jessica Alba had a rather odd and funny, at least to us, supernatural experience. I had no idea what it was, revealed Alba. I felt this pressure and I couldn't get up. I couldn't scream. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. Something definitely took the covers off of me, and I definitely couldn't get off the bed. And then once I did, I screamed, ran to my parents' room, and I don't think I spent many nights in that house ever again. There was definitely something in my parents' old house. I don't know what it was. I can't really explain it, but they got it blessed, and they burned sage and stuff since then. Number 7. Cher was visited by Sonny Bono's ghost. Do you believe in life after death? It seems like Cher does. The legendary singer claimed that she receives playful visits from her ex-husband and collaborator, Sonny Bono. During a Reddit Q&A, Cher said, "I love ghosts. I actually think that Sonny makes a light go on. I have a beautiful chandelier that he makes the light go on when it is impossible. There is no power on. I love ghosts. I prefer ghosts to some people." Don't we all? Number 8. When Matthew McConaughey argued with Madame Blue. Oh, who really knows what's going on inside the head of this beautifully weird man? In fact, Matthew McConaughey shared a weird story about arguing with a spirit lady, and yes, it's very confusing. I was not even under the influence, and she, a spirit named Madame Blue, was there. She wasn't that happy. It didn't seem like she was going to be much fun to hang around or have in my house. So I went ahead and stood my ground. I opened the door and said, "You can move around all you want, but I'm not going anywhere." For weeks, everyone that came to the house said the same thing. "Oh, there's someone down in that hall. There's someone down in that hall." Ew. Number 9. Melissa McCarthy and the Grumpy Ghost. Melissa McCarthy has admitted to believing in ghosts, but she hasn't always stumbled upon the nicest ones. "I do believe in ghosts," McCarthy told Us Weekly. "I lived in a house in Boulder, Colorado, that every time you walked up there, everyone who walked up there said, 'Oh, I don't like this.' There was just a presence." I would like more detail. I guess this is more like just an overview. Number 10. Ariana Grande's demon experience. While in Kansas City, Ariana Grande visited Stoll Cemetery, which, according to the pop star, is known as one of the 7 gates to hell on earth. The Pope won't fly over it. During the car ride, Grande felt sick, smelled sulfur, and saw a fly in the car. The singer claims all of these are signs of a demon. So she decided to leave, but Grande did manage to snap a photo before driving off. I rolled down the window before we left and said, "We apologize. We didn't mean to disrupt your peace," stated Grande in an interview with Complex. Then I took a picture, and there are 3 super distinct faces in the picture. They're faces of textbook demons. Number 11. Miley Cyrus had to move out because of a little boy's ghosts. While living in her flat in London, Miley Cyrus experienced something truly mind-boggling. One night, my little sister, sounds crazy to tell you, but she was standing in the shower and all of a sudden I hear her scream. I run in there and the water had somehow flipped to hot, but it was still. It wasn't like the water had just changed. The knob had turned, but she hadn't turned it, and it was burning her. She was really red. I thought I had seen a little boy sitting on the sink watching me take a shower, so I felt really freaked out. I was sitting there the next night, and maybe I'm crazy, but I could have sworn I could see this little boy sitting there on the sink, kicking his feet. We found out that there was this older man that owned it, the bakery, and his son lived with him there, and I guess the wife died or something. She had gotten sick. So it was just the son and the dad that lived there in the bakery, and then the dad died, and the son took over the bakery, and I thought I was seeing the son. I'm not even kidding. I had to move. That's not a lie. I will never stay there again. Number 12. Carrie Fisher's home was haunted by a Republican. Everyone's favorite badass warrior, Carrie Fisher, claimed that her home was haunted by the late Republican strategist R. Gregory Stevens. The politician overdosed in her house back in 2005. Lights would go on and off, Fisher revealed in an interview. And I had this toy machine that when you touched it, it would say, "Fuck you, eat shit, you're an asshole." And it would go off in the night by itself in my closet. I was a nut for a year, and in that year, I took drugs again. Number 13. Selena Gomez loves a good ghost app. During an appearance on The Tonight Show, Selena Gomez disclosed some spooky details about her life. "I believe in ghosts, so I have a ghost app," Selena confessed to the host Jimmy Fallon. "I believe that spirits can tap into technology. Why not, right? Look, I was in a venue and it was actually said people in my life by name." Interesting. Number 14. Demi Lovato needed the help of mediums and ghost hunters for this dilemma. Turns out Demi Lovato found herself in quite the supernatural pickle, so she had to call on her trusty backup. "My house in Texas is so ridiculously haunted," Lovato shared. "Not by a bad spirit, but a little girl. I think her name is Emily. I had a medium come over and ghost hunters, and they both told me the same name, Emily. There were so many times that I saw her when I was growing up. I saw her in my closet one time. When I was 3 years old, my mom caught me talking to something by myself. She asked, 'Who are you talking to?' And I said, 'My best friend Emily. She's playful. She's probably around 11 or 12 years old, maybe younger.'" Number 15. Keisha got frisky with a sexual supernatural spirit. During an interview with Ryan Seacrest, pop star Keisha admitted that she once got a little hot and heavy with a spirit. I've got a song called Supernatural, Keisha explained. That song was about having sex with a ghost. I lived in this flop house at Royal Canyon, and there was this weird energy that lived there, and it used to keep me up at night and wake me up, and it progressed into this dark sexual spirit. It did scare me, but that's part of the fun of it. I had a couple of experiences with the supernatural. I don't know his name. He was a ghost. I'm very open to it. Okay, now that's a little bit too much for me. Number 16, Rob Lowe's Unsolved Mystery. While talking about his show, The Lowe Files, Rob Lowe struggled to explain how a paranormal device allowed him to communicate with the ghost. There's a device they use that the theory is it can translate, that the spirits can talk through this device, for a lack of a better term. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me the science. I don't know. My son John just thinks it's randomly programmed to say words at any given time, which it could be. But how does it know to say the word? It said the dead woman's name where she was murdered. Judge for yourself. I don't want to seem like a nut. I don't want to end my career here. Number 17. Gillian Anderson believes even though Scully doesn't. The X-Files star Gillian Anderson ran into some paranormal forces both on and off screen. I've definitely felt other spirits, Anderson admitted during a Reddit Q&A. I'm quite sensitive to it, and yes, but it's not something you can really talk about with too many people, especially not me. No, come on, Jillian, we want to know, really. Number 18. Marilyn Manson summoned the underworld by mistake. When he was a teenager, Marilyn Manson was coerced by his peers to read incantations in a dark, haunted cellar. Manson revealed that the recited lines of the text summoned demonic whispers, which asked Manson if he believed in Satan. I believe in the fact that there is energy, and if you mess with it, something can happen, Manson stated. Number 19. Megan Fox heard a bunch of ghosts in Mexico. While filming in Mexico, Megan Fox had a brief but memorable experience with ghosts. I've heard ghosts. I was just in Mexico at my hotel, stated Fox, and at 7 a.m. I had pre-ordered breakfast for 7:30. I heard them come in with a little table. I heard them pouring coffee, and I thought, ugh, I'm not going to go get up for another 30 minutes. My coffee's going to be cold. That sucks. So I get up. 30 minutes later, no coffee, no table, no nothing. I heard the doorbell ring. I answer the door. It's room service with my food. They bring it in. I turn around, and all the bedroom lights are on, and I'm like, you know what? I'm delirious. I've been traveling. Drink your coffee. Brandy, the nanny, comes in later, and she's like, why did room service come in at 7 when we told them to come in at 7:30? So you can't tell me I'm crazy because 2 people heard it. I need room service and a nanny, you know. Must be nice. Number 20. Ace Frehley thinks a ghost pushed his wife and daughter down the steps. Pounding Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley believes that on 2 separate occasions a ghost violently pushed his wife and daughter down the steps of their home. I always had a sense that here was some type of connection with me and the other side. freely revealed on an episode of Celebrity Ghost Stories. So I'm just curious whatever happened to his wife and child. I guess they're okay. Number 21. Lord's Ghosty Buzz. Lord left her fans and the world confused with this cryptic tweet. Ghosts in the studio don't want us to record tonight. They leaving their ghost hum on everything. Buzz. Okie dokie. Number 22. Anna Nicole Smith. Here's another one. Anna Nicole Smith had sex with a ghost. Reality TV pioneer Anna Nicole Smith was definitely a showstopper, but everyone was shocked when Smith revealed that she had hooked up with a ghost. A ghost would crawl up my leg and have sex with me at an apartment a long time ago in Texas. I used to think it was my boyfriend, and one day I woke up and it wasn't. It was like a spirit, and it would, miming a ghost flying from her bedsheets. Went up. I was freaked out about it, but then I was like, well, you know what? He's never hurt me, and he just gave me some amazing sex, so I have no problem. It was not a dream because it was happening every night. I told my boyfriend, and he didn't believe me. Of course, men. Well, Anna Nicole, I don't quite believe it either, but I'm not going to discount your story. Number 23. Lucy Liu also had sex with a ghost. Okay, so we're in our third one now. While promoting Charlie's Angels in 1999, Lucy Liu revealed to US Weekly that she had a sexual encounter with a ghost. Some sort of spirit came down from God knows where and made love to me, said Lou. It was sheer bliss. I felt everything. I climaxed and then he floated away. It was almost like what might have happened to Mary. That's how it felt. Something came down and touched me, and now it watches over me. Okay, I'm going to have to stop there for just a second with my own little thoughts. So 3 stories of ghosts coming down and having sex. I'm sorry. Now I'm intrigued by paranormal things, but I don't ever want to see anything because it's going to scare the hell out of me. So I don't. But when they come and have sex, I'm having a hard time believing that it was sheer bliss. Like, what the hell? I need to read up on this. What am I missing? Comments? What do you think? Can ghosts really have sex with people? Can I even say that word on YouTube? I don't even know. So, moving on. It just makes me laugh. I can't help it. Because I'm telling you, if I told somebody that a ghost was in my house and had sex with me, I think they would be, taking me down to the mental ward of the hospital. I think. Thoughts? Comment below. I'm really curious on your standpoint. It's very interesting. Number 24. Alice Cooper felt a poltergeist disturbance. In 1984, Alice Cooper wrote a song with Joe Perry at an old house in Copake, New York, when a poltergeist started to mess with them. Every time I would put something down, I'd go in the other room, I'd come back, and it was in some other place, stated Cooper in an interview with Rolling Stone. It was more playful than scary. We were both just out of rehab, so we figured we were just insane. Then I asked my manager, Shep Gordon, what is it with your house up in Copake? And he said, oh, the guy wrote Amityville Horror there. Eesh. And our last little snippet number 25. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right because I honestly don't know who this is. Cherie, or maybe Cherry Curry, had a strange Ouija board obsession. And now, my little snippet, stay away from Ouija boards. They're bad. Pooky. Okay. The front woman of the Runaways, Cherry Curry, had several strange experiences with the Ouija board. As a 12-year-old, oh, there's my dog. Sorry about that. As a 12-year-old, she became obsessed with the supernatural game, which she claims sent her into fits of rage if anyone tried to take it from her. I wanted to reach out to the other side, but wish I hadn't, Curry said in an interview. Something had attached itself to me. I wasn't myself. Curry attributes her lashing out towards her family as a direct result of whatever spirits came out of the Ouija board. And also, comment below, what are your thoughts on Ouija boards? I avoid them at all costs. I think that you're messing around with some dark forces with that. I've played a Ouija board twice, I think. Once, I think both times, I think I was 16, and my sister and I played it with a girl once, and there was some freaky stuff that came out of that. And when we were leaving, my sister totally backed into a ditch, and the car came up. Like, it was where we had to get several guys to come out and push the car back down so we can at least drive it out of there. It was weird, but it just felt like this ominous black cloud was covering you. It was bizarre, but we couldn't believe it. I mean, she just backed right into a ditch, and next thing you know, we're looking straight up to the sky. It was, yeah. I thought, well, we shouldn't be playing. And the next time I played it, I was with a group of friends. I think I was in high school, and it even told me how old I'm going to be when I die and how I'm going to die. That was bizarre. Now, I haven't reached that age yet, and it's always in the back of my mind, like, oh gosh, they did say, like, why did they say that? Who said that? Ooh. And then after playing it, I got really scared, and there was probably 6 of us there, and I kept feeling like up in the corners of the room, throughout the house, not even just the room in which we were playing, but throughout the house, it felt like I was being stared at. Oh God, it was an ominous feeling, and it was scared. I couldn't go to sleep, and it was kind of like a slumber party. And of course we had played Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. Who played that? We're talking, back in the 80s and 90s. But I digress. So we played the Ouija board, and it was just this most ominous, like, my energy was zapped and my soul was just like depleted, and it was like I felt numb and scared and everything all at once. So I don't know if any of y'all have played with the Ouija board. I personally say stay away, because you don't know what you're opening. My thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? So that concludes today's little snippet. I kind of wish that the stories would have gone into more detail, so I don't really know a lot about their stories. Like Adele moved into a haunted mansion. Well, hello, where are the stories? I want to hear it, so maybe I'll search around for that. And if you know it, comment below, and I'll read it on a future episode. So, and if you have any stories or personal things that you want me to read, send me an email or comment below, or if there's a link of a story that's a famous ghost story, put it in and I'll get it read. So until then, subscribe, hit that like and notification bell. I will be uploading regularly. And also, don't forget to stay just a little bit scared, but stay safe while you're getting scared. Until then, bye everyone.